influencers have now built in this audacity that they don't have to speak. They don't need to speak. It's not within their, I guess, role to speak, because they've built themselves to be a specific type of creator where they don't have to speak. But that's the problem, is that you have a platform. Everyone has a platform, right? No matter what kind of level of platform that looks like. And it's not that you don't have to speak, but silence shows more of your character than what you believe. And I think the worry of not wanting to be political is coming from, obviously, capitalism. People want to be able to prosper within the confines of capitalism, and they can't do that if they speak up against something that a potential brand deal will look at them and be like, oh, we don't want to associate with you because you're too political, and you could say this and that could be detrimental to our brand. But why would you want to be partnered with something that doesn't fit with your moral alignment in the first place? Why would you want to do that? What would be the point to be connected to something that doesn't fit with your values and your morals in the first place? Is capitalism that necessary for you? And I know that's a very privileged take to have, right? But if you're choosing to be an influencer, that's also a very privileged place to be in. Okay, you're choosing not to be in the confines of what a normal day-to-day life would be. Okay, you don't do that 9 to 5 that most people would need to do, or a different kind of work schedule that you would need to be able to sustain yourself. You're choosing to be an influencer, which means you're choosing to have a platform and build a platform, whatever that platform may be. There's this famous quote written by Lin-Manuel Miranda called, "If you stand for nothing, what will you fall for?" And I think for me that meant so much hearing that, because if you choose to stay silent, if you choose to exist and watch the world suffer and you have nothing of input towards it, what do you stand for? What do you want to be known for? And do you want to be known for your silence? And I think people underestimate the power of influence, especially influencers, because they're like, what will my voice do? Well, what do you know? You haven't even tried to speak out. How do you know that you don't know what your voice would do? How do you know? And I think it's not just what your voice will do. How do you sit with being in silent? Like, how do you sit there knowing that there's something going on in your city or your country and seeing it happen firsthand and seeing the atrocities that are happening, and you choose to stay silent? Like, how do you sit with that? It's not about, like, what will my voice contribute? It's like, why don't you want to contribute your voice?